Welcome to the Frontline Industry Insights and Perspectives from America's fastest growing professional staffing agency. That would be Frontline Source Group. I'm your host, David Wolf. Joining us on this segment is Ceesun Andrews. She's Vice President of Infrastructure and Design at Frontline Source Group and handles all the internal hiring of employees there at the company. She joined them in 2006 and has launched several offices for the company. At the core, she is a people person, and I'm so happy you are because I'm going to ask you about that, Ceesun, as we probe a little bit further into the work you do at Frontline. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, David.
So you have been called a people person by your colleagues. What do you think it is about you, your approach, your method? What is it about you that makes you so suitable for this role? This is sort of talking about you, of course.
I've thought a lot about that, and I think it comes down to I have sat in every seat that I'm hiring for. Started as a recruiter, did some sales, did some account management, did a recruiting again, branch manager, rolled into a vice president role. So when I hire these people, I know what I'm looking for because I did it. So I think that gives me a unique approach that a lot of people don't have simply because I know the traits that are needed to be successful.
Excellent. All right. So having inhabited all of these roles, you're completely empathetic, and they know that. So you gain respect from that, isn't it? I think there's something to be learned from everything you just said there, and for the clients, potential clients of Frontline listening, because with everything you do, you're modeling for them, aren't you?
Right, absolutely, absolutely. The way that we hire, we do the same way for our clients. I mean, it is a thorough, detailed process that we've pretty much gotten down to a science. In the 9 years that I've been here, we've really got it together to where we approach it the same way we would for a client.
It would be interesting to kind of break that down. It's not something I planned to ask you about, but since you went there, the process for hiring, if you were to just kind of bullet point the process going through, I think that would be good for potential folks with companies that are looking for talent to hear. Just, talk us through the process.
Sure. So what would happen as a client, we get an order or a job from a client and we take it from there. So first we start with our networking events. Who do we have in our pipeline? Who do we know through networking connections that would be a good fit? And we go from there. So we find these people, gauge their interest, get them interested, and then we sit down and we meet with them, whether it's face-to-face or video interview, depending on location. Go through extensive questioning on skill set, background. Let's tell you about the company, the culture. What are they looking for? If all that goes well, we then administer any necessary testing, depending on the level, and then check references. And at that point, we then send them to the company with a brief a one-page summary of their skill set, their background, the key points that doing our job as recruiters, we're going to bullet point what are those key points that you really are looking for in this position, and we know they have. And so that's a quick version of what we do. And then, of course, facilitate the process the whole way through.
Excellent. And educating the client and the candidate along the way, I'm sure, right?
That's a big part of our job.
Yeah, that's right. Now, you're managing people internally, obviously, and you've mentioned that you've inhabited a lot of the offices yourself. What are the key motivators? What turns your staff on, your team as you're building them? What do you think that, you have a variety of roles, I'm sure folks that are reporting to you. What turns them on about working at Frontline, and how do you keep them motivated?
We have a lot of great perks, and we've done comparables in the industry, and we really are a step above several companies. We have a great work-life balance. We come in, we work hard, but we go home. A lot of us have families, and that's important to us. Work-life balance is so important.
Absolutely.
We're very big on training, very, very big on training. The first 6 months that each individual internally is with our company, we make sure they become a certified staffing professional. So we also do multiple trainings throughout the year. We bring everybody to Dallas, send people to the American Staffing Association conference for additional training. Because like you said, education is a huge piece on the client side as well as the candidate side. So our people need to be just as educated. And then we do have the incentives. I mean, we are a sales environment. So trips, prizes, those are things that I think attract people. And we have the benefit, really, to work from home. I mean, what we do is such a great tool. Our tools are so wonderful that you can work from home at any given time if you're reaching your goals. So we really are cut above I have a 4-page brochure that I send out to potential hires of our perks, and we
Nice.
really are a step above.
Nice. Well, it's your internal customer, isn't it?
It is. It's the most, like I said, most prized possession. You can't replace the people.
That's right. That's right. I wanted to talk to you, Ceesun, a little bit about growth. I'm guessing that you're a part of, you sit at the table when Bill, your CEO, and folks there at the top level are talking about opening a new office and growing. What does the growth sort of, or the horizon look like for Frontline from where you sit?
It's a great question, and we really are looking at expanding in current markets. So our large markets, the DFW market, Dallas-Fort Worth,
Right.
Houston markets, Austin markets, opening additional offices. And we're hoping to move maybe further into the Midwest and Southeast in the next 2 years. And so we are very targeted, very, very targeted in how we move.
I was going to ask you, how do you make a decision about what market you might move into?
Quite a bit of market research,
Right.
quite a bit. Again, the right person. We love to hire people and promote them from within. So finding the right person that might be open to moving to Chicago. And if we have a client there, it always speeds up the process a little if we've got business on the table already.
Right. You can roll right into it.
Exactly. All those factors.
Beautiful. Ceesun, great stuff. Thanks so much. FrontlineSourceGroup.com is the website. Ceesun, great stuff. Thanks so much for joining us on the program. She is Ceesun Andrews, the Vice President of Infrastructure and Design at Frontline Source Group, handles all the internal hiring there. She's been with Frontline since 2006. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, David.